Raghu,
Abhimanyu.
nice to meet you after such a long time. We have been talking
on and off.
Yeah, on and off.
Yeah.
But it's. I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah.
And thank you for arranging such a great, massive event, Genesis DevCon.
Yeah.
And what our viewers and what everyone who's been involved in inblox would like to hear about is how did you reach here and what was your story about. And from where we understand, I think you were with your story first.
Yes.
Right, and you've been a startups guy all your life.
Yeah.
Like same here.
Yeah, nice.
And then you got in with the International Blockchain Congress group.
There was little bits before that, but
yeah.
So
could we let's give it over to you and could we know more about where you come from and your startup journey till now?
Sure.
And how you ended up with Genesis DevCon.
Absolutely. Before we go there, I want to commend you for the spirit of collaboration. You guys have been so forthcoming, and the help that you've given us for the conference, I can't thank you enough. Right, and I hope to work with you guys a lot more in the future.
Yeah.
Coming to your question, there isn't much to know about me. I'm a startup guy who got pretty lucky. I had great mentors and great people that I've always worked with, and I've always worked on fun projects that somehow excited me and also grew to be very big.
Yeah.
I was a novice at your story, and I literally wrote a Facebook message to Shraddha Sharma saying, I love writing, I understand startups, I see what you do, I think I can add value.
And this was back in 2012.
Early 2012. And she said, this is great, come meet me. Okay. And the next 3 days later, I was an I started becoming I started as a writer at your story.
Amazing.
Over the next 2 years, I think I interviewed, I don't know, like close to 800 startups, and that really put me on a journey. And don't read those articles, by the way, they suck. Maybe the second half was getting a little better. So when my last interview was with a guy who basically asked me like, as an editor, you feel like, because you've spoken to so many people, you feel like you have the right to tell somebody what to do.
Yeah.
And an entrepreneur was like, that sounds great, but what have you done? Have you done any of this? And that's when I realized I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
So I helped a company startup. Hacker Earth was already there. They had raised a small round of funding, but I helped scale their developer community up to maybe, I think, 750,000 developers.
750,000?
Yeah, now there are 3 million developer community right now. So I did that, and then I think again I felt like I wasn't adding value to the company after a point, and then I joined Udacity, and that's when I really learned scale.
Yeah.
I mean, they are the world's first MOOC,
Yeah.
and I really learned a lot about marketing and
scaling
and how businesses are run actually.
But then, like, from there, how did you end up in events in this? Because I think it's been 3 years now, three years or so that you and your
2017 to 2019
team, 3 years, and how did you find your co-founder and your wife as well, right?
Yes. So Kavya and I have known each other forever, and we got married in the end of 2016, and we decided to quit both our jobs.
Yeah.
At the same time, we also decided to get a dog. So
his name was
Mushu.
So Mushu Media.
Yeah. So we started this company called Mushu Media because Mushu didn't allow us to leave the home. Okay. So we worked with the partners, and through them, we serviced Mahindra Sustain.
Yeah.
That's Mahindra's clean tech arm. Machine Pulse. That's a IoT solution for renewable energy monitoring. Zyme. And again, we worked with a partner for this. We then, I helped scale a blog called It's Blockchain.
I know. With Harsh.
No. Tezo's found
Om's brother.
Hitesh. Yeah.
Hitesh. Sorry, I'm saying
so
Harsh.
Hitesh and I,
and Hitesh doesn't like to move out of his house at all.
No, we traveled a lot.
But with you, but in the last 1.5 years, he doesn't want to move out of his house.
Yeah, so Hitesh and I...
The crypto bug bit him really.
I know, he's been in crypto for a really long time.
I know, but now he doesn't want to leave it because he's like, I'm doing everything here, so why do I
need
have to
move?
leave?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So Hitesh got me into blockchain and crypto.
Amazing.
And it was like, this is beautiful, I need to do more here. And serendipitously, at the same time, we helped Nucleus Vision with their crowd sale.
Abhishek.
Abhishek Pitti. So that was, I think it still is India's biggest ICO.
Yeah.
40 million
Yeah.
back in early 2018.
Yep.
And we did work with a company called Spatium, and before we knew it, we were doing a lot of blockchain work.
Yeah.
And around at that time, Abhishek wanted to do an event, International Blockchain Congress, and we helped them out through that.
Motion Media.
Yeah, well, not as Mushu Media as people. And then he led a investment round in our company, along with Trishant Sidwani from the Excel Entertainment family as well. So they did a lot of work at IBC. And essentially they gave us the vision that, look, you get media, you get tech.
Yeah.
What can you do with it? And we found out that there is a big need in being able to connect smart people with big problems.
Yeah.
And whether that form factor in between that connects the two is an event or a accelerator or whatever it is, we will do it.
Whatever mode or channel it is, doesn't matter.
It's and the cause. It's to the end that we will do that. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. And as more and more I get to learn of you now, I also understand why the need of you thinking about emerging technology space as a whole, which is blockchain marks it up. Whether blockchain just gives it a fundamental truth that other things are happening in a validated format. The other technologies are working in a validated format because we're moving to machine communication, and that's going to be the most important thing. And to have a secure layer and a protocol based layer to manage those, even for payments, even for accessing doors or houses or whatever access or whatever data has to be accessed from one packet to the other, it has to be secured connection, because even now, you've been through IoT and all of that, so that's why you know so much. And you have this, you've done the whole startup round.
You're too kind. I don't know too much.
Too much in the sense that, and no, it's good, because that's why we do these things. That's why you did IBC, and that's why we also did inblox, because it's just we're fortunate enough to have knowledge.
Yeah.
And I'm a Brahmin by by the Hindu culture, right? So it's just the need to know more, that's my kind of drug.
Nice.
Information is the main thing. I always say informat ions. So the information is just informat ions.
Right. Oh, okay, I see.
And
you broke it up.
And so I love mnemonics. But that's why, and it's really incredible that what you're doing now, it's actually coming together.
Yeah.
And what we really need is to give India that foundation and a collaboration with us may be really good. North meets South and South meets North. It's India as a whole, right?
Yeah.
And we need to show what the Indians can actually do.
Sure.
And I'm really happy that we could partner up with you and partner up in the future as well in various things that we can do together. And so what is, if I may ask about, what is the immediate action plan of let's say the next quarter? When are we going to see another big event? Or we're definitely talking about other things later off the camera.
Quietly.
Off the camera.
We'll talk about that.
Definitely. Of how we integrate us. But is there anything that people should be waiting for, and what does the community, what should they know from your next moves, and what's the plan?
Yeah, for sure. I think I just launched the Eternity Accelerator for India, and we're partnering with them, and that starts, applications end on the 17th of January. And there's going to be a mass outreach for anybody who's doing a startup in blockchain in India.
Awesome.
The Aeternity guys will guide, fund, take to market, whatever is needed there. Awesome. And that's going to be the tone of the year, actually. I know we have worked hard at creating a beautiful community of developers and startups, and there are so many talented people in here with the potential to do disruptive things.
Absolutely.
And 2020 will be about enabling those guys through mainly accelerators right now, and we are at very, very late stages and we've already signed NDAs and agreements with Microsoft to run a blockchain program for them, and that's a 12-month long program.
Amazing.
That's going on for enterprise blockchain applications.
Yeah.
We will be launching that soon as well.
Great.
We are also going to start the Telangana Blockchain District Accelerator. That starts in the new year in Jan as well. I guess these three things will keep us busy.
Yeah,
for quite a while.
They're a handful.
And at the same time, as a part of these various initiatives that we're doing,
Yeah.
we're going to be, in a lot more cities, a lot more touch points. So you'll see a lot of smaller events than us, but this is in line with,
where we can definitely
of
help you in
course,
smaller ones.
But I was getting to the part where the things that we've been discussing,
Yeah.
and there is definitely something big that
Yeah,
we're planning
absolutely.
sometime in anywhere between June to August.
Yeah.
And I guess you'll tell them before I do.
Yeah, absolutely. And so coming back to the great plans. I think and it's gonna take a handful of time and your resources to put all these three things, the major three things that you are doing. But let's get into a little deep dive into the Eternity Accelerator program.
Yes.
And Yanni, Luke, everyone, Ashish, great set of people. Really, really kind and really nice souls. And Yanni's been in it for ages.
Yanni's an OG.
Yeah, I know.
Yanni's an OG.
And yeah, so like I said, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time, but it was different. Yanni did something very differently. We kind of did differently because we were not really involved in a lot of. No. We were in 2011 August. My friend was Russian and I was in Nottingham, and I was following Julian Assange. So a lot of my time was reading a lot of controversial documents and stuff like that. So I ended up to buy one document. I needed Bitcoin, so I went to Sasha, my friend, and I told him that what Bitcoins, like I need to buy this document, and you need to pay this right now. So then that's how I got into it. But then it obviously
you got in early,
really early. Yeah. I did a startup known as Go For Anything. You can YouTube it. It had something known as Flipcoins in 2013. So I was like really, people call me mad. My mother called me mad. Yeah.
Well, no, I think you were onto something.
Yeah, and so Jackie Bagnani became my partner in that. But yeah, we'll cut this off though. No, so coming back to the point that Yanni and these guys are like really, really cool people, and if you're doing an accelerator program with them, what are the specifics that the community should know about?
Right.
And what's in store, what's going to be the application process,
right?
Or is there going to be a website where they can go to?
Yeah.
And which phase of the phase of their startup journey they should be in, that they should like to apply, if there should be an ideation or should be a POC, or so just a bit more information on the Eternity Accelerator program.
Right.
That you're pivoting.
So for us with the Eternity Accelerator program, it was quite easy. In the sense that they already had set up the Starfleet Accelerator program, and they had done 2 editions of it. They just finished the one at Malta. Right now, they had 400 applications for that.
Amazing.
And I can't think of 400 startups that can work on blockchain right now, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, it's a seed stage accelerator.
Okay.
And they have traditionally made investments of $10,000 to $100,000.
Okay.
And the application process is very well set up, and I think on 27th, it's tomorrow, we go live with the day after we go live with the official Starfleet page. Actually, I'll send you the link, and maybe you could put it in the description, wherein any startup can go in and apply.
Awesome.
And those applications stop on the 17th. As far as what the evaluation criterion will be is, 1, is there a proper blockchain use case?
Yeah.
2, is it a good team? And 3, can this team execute?
Awesome.
And the way they do it is really interesting. It's not a long accelerator period. It's a quick 5-week accelerator. The first week is called a Genesis week, where 20 final startups based on evaluation criterions and again, if you want me to go over the evaluation criterions, it's that, do you have a good blockchain use case? Do you have a great team, and can you execute?
Yeah.
Right. And it's as good as that.
Yeah.
So they go through this Genesis week where these 20 startups are broken down to 5.
The main ones.
5 good ones. And these 5 startups are then accelerated over a 4-week period. And at the end of it, there's a demo day where offers are made. I think it's a really cool way of, showing, potential startups what the startup pace would look like. And I'm sure that this will be the most intense 5 weeks of their lives. And at the end of it, everyone's to benefit. And I think Eternity is a great platform to be building the apps on as well.
Yeah.
Given, and I'm sure when we'll put out the talk of Yanni from yesterday, so you can have a look at that as to why it's an interesting blockchain to look at.
I'm sure.
But yeah, so Our Accelerator program basically is this. We will spend the next month or so accruing startups
Okay.
from all over the country, and then shortlisting, and then Genesis Week.
Yeah, definitely. We'd definitely like to support you with whatever we can in
Sure.
in that zone where you have to handpick some good startups.
Sure.
And apart from that, what I would like to know is that when you say that there's a 5-week thing going on, is it happening in Bangalore?
Bangalore,
Okay, that's happening in Bangalore,
Yeah.
and the Genesis Week happens in
Here.
here, and then you select those five teams.
Yes.
And then you fast track them onto a 4-week program.
Yeah.
And at the end of that program, there's whatever they built and whatever they did in 4 weeks, they demo it out,
Yes.
and the best one or the best few or even 5 of
All-
them,
yeah,
can,
there've been-
all of them can.
There have been
can
cases
get it.
where all 5 have gotten offers. yeah.
Of offers of the seed accelerator that Eternity would provide.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. I think that's a great program to
Yeah.
to run, and I hope Starfleet does really well, and IBC supports them
Yeah.
profoundly, and whatever we can do as individuals and as inblox,
Yeah.
we'd be happy to help in that.
You'll hear a lot from me with Starfleet, but what's really
Yeah.
important is that I think it is perhaps one of those first public chain accelerators in India, and all it takes is that first mover.
Absolutely.
And we're going to work our skins out to make sure that it's a success. But more than anything, this wouldn't. It's the drive and intent from Eternity that you really have to appreciate, and maybe that inspires other people to do the same.
And great. That actually wraps it up. I'm going to be wishing you all the best for whatever you have planned out with the Telangana district accelerator program, with the Eternity district accelerator program, and the third one you said was the Microsoft Enterprise Education Blockchain course for a 12-month.
Yeah.
All the best for all of that.
Yes.
Wherever, let us know where we could help in either showcasing it to the community or as resources who could help you in doing something. And wish you and Kavya and the whole team of IBC Media and Genesis DevCon all the best. And you guys really turn this whole thing around in a very short span of time, and a good turnout, amazing turnout. And good education agenda.
Yeah.
That was really important.
That was the important part.
And even now, our team members are sitting in the Tesla Smart Development, workshop.
Awesome.
So it's kudos to you and kudos to the team. All the best, and
Thank you.
Something that you would want to say to the developers and the enthusiasts who are working towards blockchain. And if a minute you want to say something to them.
It won't take too long. Follow inblox, follow IBC Media. This is where it's at.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Raghu. Yeah, pleasure.
Cheers.